Welcome to North Georgia News Now. I'm Chris McCalhoun. Coming up in today's local news, Chattanooga native Alondo Ray Johnson has been sentenced to 2 consecutive life sentences for an armed robbery that took place in Dalton. You'll get to meet Baby Girl, the Humane Society of Northwest Georgia's Pet of the Week. And coming up in state news, livestock producers in Whitfield and Murray counties may be eligible for drought recovery assistance. Plus, former First Lady Rosalynn Carter has passed away at age 96 in her home state of Georgia. Later, Susan Ridley is here to present WDNN's community calendar, but first, here are the obituaries.
Do you have a finicky feline? Here at Dalton Veterinary Practice in Kitty Corner, we have a unique cats-only waiting area that'll take some stress off of your trip to the vet. Our office has a completely separate waiting room for both dogs and cats. We are conveniently located on Cleveland Highway. We offer wellness and urgent care appointments for both dogs and cats, Monday and Tuesday, 8 to 5, and Wednesday through Friday from 8 to 8. Call 706-281-4770 to make your appointment today.
At First Franklin Financial, we make loans for living, offering personal loans from $600 to $15,000 with fixed rates, flexible terms, and payment plans to fit any budget. And with same-day approvals, you can get your money right away. The next time you need a little financial help, First Franklin Financial is here for you. Visit oneffc.com to learn more.
Fast Photo, located in downtown Dalton, can make all your Christmas cards and gifts personal and special this holiday season. Just email or bring in your favorite pictures from your digital camera or mobile phone, and we'll make them into Christmas cards, posters, memory books, and much more. Let us transfer your 8mm, 35mm, VHS, or old home movies to a DVD or slideshow. We can also restore your old family pictures with our unique process. For that special gift and Christmas cards, make Fast Photo your #1 choice.
Welcome back to your local news. On Wednesday, November 15th, 36-year-old Alondo Ray Johnson was sentenced to 2 consecutive life sentences, followed by 80 years without parole. Formerly of Chattanooga, Tennessee, Johnson was convicted of armed robbery, kidnapping, false imprisonment, aggravated assault, and possession of a firearm during commission of a felony after a 45-minute jury deliberation. Superior Court Judge Jim Wilbanks presided over the trial, while Assistant District Attorney Christina Antilles presented the case for the state. And Johnson was represented by Stuart Bracher of Bracher Martin LLP in Rome, Georgia. Evidence showed that on Saturday, December 5th, 2020, around 9:30 p.m., Johnson and his co-defendant entered the Family Dollar located at 1129 South Thornton Avenue in Dalton. Both were wearing COVID masks, selecting from items from various shelves that they took to the cashier station for checkout. Johnson and his co-defendant left their items at the register and returned to the aisles. Shortly after, Johnson approached a clerk who was arranging greeting cards and held a gun to her hip. He took the clerk to the manager's office, still at gunpoint, where the assistant manager was counting the money in preparation for closing. The co-defendant joined Johnson inside the office. Johnson held both the clerk and assistant manager at gunpoint as he took the assistant manager's phone and money from the safe. Johnson threatened to kill the clerk and the assistant manager if they called the police before they left. Johnson and the co-defendant left and returned to Chattanooga. Johnson was later identified by the fingerprints collected from the Hanes tank top bag and motor oil left on the counter. Evidence showed that on December 5th, 2020, the Family Dollar robbery in Dalton was the first part of Johnson's robbery spree that weekend. The following day, December 6, 2020, Johnson robbed a Dollar General in Manchester, Tennessee. In Manchester, Johnson also held the clerk at gunpoint to access the manager's office and steal money from the safe. Johnson was later identified in Manchester from DNA left on a hat found near the Dollar General. At sentencing, the court heard further evidence from Johnson's robbery spree. On October 9, 2023, following the trial in Gwinnett County, Johnson was convicted of multiple counts of armed robbery, aggravated assault, kidnapping, and possession of a firearm during commission of a felony for an offense that occurred in January 2021. In Gwinnett County, Johnson was sentenced to 6 consecutive life sentences without parole, followed by 45 years to serve. Johnson's sentence for his offense in Dalton armed robbery is consecutive to his Gwinnett County case. Johnson has additional prior felony convictions for theft in Hamilton County, Tennessee, aggravated burglary in Davidson County, Tennessee, and entering an automobile in Walter County. Johnson also has outstanding armed robbery charges in multiple jurisdictions throughout Georgia and Tennessee, including Gordon, Fayette, Lowndes, Pulaski, and Hall counties. Antalise expressed her gratitude to the jury for their time and attention to this case, and also thanked the Dalton Police Department, Bradley County Sheriff's Office, Manchester Police Department, the FBI, and the Tennessee Bureau of Investigation for their excellent cooperation, assistance, and diligence during this investigation and in preparation for a trial. Now it's time to meet Baby Girl, a 4-year-old 72-pound boxer mix. Baby Girl is very affectionate and loves everyone she meets. She loves riding in the car and is totally house-trained. She does not do well with other dogs, so she will need a home with no other pets. Please consider giving this sweet girl a chance. She has been at the Humane Society of Northwest Georgia shelter way too long. Also, from the Humane Society, Santa Paws and the Grinch will be at PetSmart on Walnut Avenue on Sunday, December 3rd from noon to 4 p.m. for Santa Paws pictures. The fee is $15 and all proceeds go to the Humane Society of Northwest Georgia. You can go to hsnwga.org to apply for a dog or cat and fill out an online application to volunteer. They are at 1210 Veterans Drive in Dalton. On the other side of the break, we'll take a look at some Georgia news.
See families come in here beaten down, broken.
I found that I wasn't alone.
Compassion House actually cared.
So I don't think I'd have made it without them.
Here at the Compassion House, families are built and grown. They're reunited and equipped with the tools that they need to succeed. Learn to love by being loved. Do you have a passion to strengthen your community and help families? To get involved, go to www.compassionhouseinc.com, 706-272-2843.
Every day, thousands of kids start vaping. And I can't let this happen to my kid. So if you want to talk to your kids, you have to get it trending.
No, you're doing it wrong.
Let's go.
Can we talk?
Yeah, what's up?
Visit talkaboutvaping.org for tips on when and how to have the vape talk.
Hey guys, I'm Shane Franks, and today we're here to discuss seafood, one of my favorite topics. We're here at the Juicy Seafood, conveniently located on Walnut Avenue in front of Walnut Square Mall. Juicy Seafood started off in Alabama, and they have spread all through the South because everybody cannot get enough of their food. They have their own unique seasonings exclusively to them that they make, and their food is made to order right there on the spot. They also pride themselves in their friendly staff. So if you're wanting something a little bit different, maybe you're tired of burgers, come try the Juicy Seafood.
Welcome back to North Georgia News Now. Looking stateside, the U.S. Department of Agriculture's, or USDA, Farm Service Agency, or FSA, is now accepting applications in eligible counties for the Livestock Forage Disaster Program, also known as LFP, to provide financial assistance to eligible livestock producers for 2023 grazing losses due to a qualifying drought. The deadline to apply is January 30th, 2024. To date, 20 Georgia counties have met the drought severity levels that trigger LFP eligibility for the 2023 program year. The counties that are now eligible are Bartow, Catoosa, Chattooga, Cherokee, Dade, Dawson, Decatur, Early, Fannin, Floyd, Gilmer, Gordon, Lumpkin, Miller, Murray, Pickens, Seminole, Union, Walker, and Whitfield. For LFP, qualifying drought triggers are determined using the U.S. Drought Monitor. Visit the FSA LFP webpage for a list of eligible counties and grazing crops. Arthur Tripp, State Executive Director for FSA in Georgia, said that the severe and extreme drought conditions in our state have had a damaging impact on many livestock operations, and that livestock producers in the 20 eligible Georgia counties are highly encouraged to contact their local USDA service center to learn more about this critical drought recovery assistance. LFP provides compensation to eligible livestock producers who have suffered grazing losses for coveted livestock who are also producers of grazed forage crop acreage of native and improved pasture land with permanent vegetative cover or acreage planted specifically for grazing. Grazing losses must occur on land physically located in a county qualifying drought during the normal grazing period for the county. Eligible livestock include alpacas, beef cattle, buffalo and bison, beefalo, dairy cattle, deer, elk, emus, equine, goats, llamas, ostrich, reindeer, or sheep that have been or would have been grazing the eligible grazing land or pasture land during the normal grazing period. To expedite the application process, producers are encouraged to gather and submit records documenting 2023 losses. Supporting documents may include information related to grazing leases, contact grower agreements, and more. LFP is part of a broader suite of disaster assistance available through the USDA. For more information about FSA's full suite of disaster recovery options, producers can visit farmers.gov, where Disaster Assistance Discovery Tool, Disaster Assistance at a Glance fact sheet, and Loan Assistance Tool can help you determine program or loan options. Producers can also contact their local USDA Service Center at farmers.gov/workingwithus/service center locator to file a notice of loss and learn more about their programs fitting their operational needs. In other state news, former First Lady Rosalynn Carter, the closest advisor to Jimmy Carter during his one term as U.S. President and their 4 decades thereafter as global humanitarians, has died at the age of 96. The Carter Center said that she died Sunday after living with dementia and suffering many months from declining health. The statement announcing her death said that she died peacefully with family by her side at 12:10 p.m. at her home in the rural South Georgia community of Plains. It is said a schedule of memorial events and funeral preparations would be released later. In the statement, former President Carter said that Rosalynn was his equal partner in everything he ever accomplished, adding that she gave him wise guidance and encouragement when he needed it. He also stated that as long as Rosalynn was in the world, he knew he always had someone who loved and supported him. The Carters were married for more than 77 years, forging what they both described as a full partnership. Unlike many previous First Ladies, Rosalynn sat in on cabinet meetings, spoke out on controversial issues, and represented her husband on foreign trips. Aides to President Carter sometimes referred to her privately as, quote, co-president. Carter said that Rosalynn was his best friend and the perfect extension of him. Carter's time in the White House spanned from 1977 to 1981. Fiercely loyal and compassionate, as well as politically astute, Rosalynn Carter prided herself on being an activist First Lady, and no one doubted her behind-the-scenes influence. When her role in a highly politicized cabinet shakeup became known, she was forced to declare publicly that she was, quote, not running the government. Many presidential aides insisted that her political instincts were better than her husband's. They often enlisted her support for a project before they discussed it with the president. Her iron will contrasted with her outwardly shy demeanor and soft Southern accent, inspired Washington reporters to call her the, quote, steel magnolia. Both Carters said that in their later years that Rosalynn had always been the more political of the two. After Jimmy Carter's landslide defeat in 1980, it was she, not the former president, who contemplated an implausible comeback, and years later she confessed to missing their life in Washington. Jimmy Carter trusted her so much that in 1977, only months into his term, he sent her to a mission in Latin America to tell dictators he meant what he said about denying military aid and other support to violators of human rights. She also had strong feelings about the style of the Carter White House. The Carters did not serve hard liquor at public functions, though Rosalynn did permit U.S. wine. There were fewer evenings at ballroom dancing and more of square dancing and picnics. Throughout her husband's political career, she chose mental health and problems of the elderly as her signature policy emphasis. When the news media didn't cover those efforts as much, she believed as she warranted. She criticized reporters for writing only about, quote, sexy subjects. As honorary chairwoman of the President's Commission on Mental Health, she once testified before a Senate subcommittee, becoming the first Lady since Eleanor Roosevelt to address a congressional panel. She was back in Washington in 2007 to push Congress for improved mental health coverage. She said she developed her interest in mental health during her husband's campaigns for Georgia governor. After Ronald Reagan won the 1980 election, Rosalynn Carter seemed visibly more devastated than her husband. She initially had little interest in returning to the small town of Plains, Georgia, where they both were born, married, and spent most of their lives. In her 1984 autobiography, First Lady from Plains, Rosalynn wrote that she was not at all sure she'd be happy after the dazzle of the White House in her years of simulating political battles, but she slowly rediscovered the satisfaction of a life they left long before. After leaving Washington, Jimmy and Rosalynn co-founded the Carter Center in Atlanta to continue their work. She chaired the center's annual symposium on mental health issues and raised funds for efforts to aid the mentally ill and homeless. She also wrote Helping Yourself, Help Others about the challenges of caring for elderly or ailing relatives, and a sequel, Helping Someone with Mental Illness. Frequently, the Carters left home on humanitarian missions, building houses with Habitat for Humanity, and promoting public health and democracy across the developing world. In 2015, Jimmy Carter's doctors discovered 4 small tumors on his brain. The Carters feared he had weeks to live. He was treated with a drug to boost his immune system and later announced that doctors found no remaining signs of cancer. But when they first received the news, she said that she didn't know what she was going to do as she depended on him heavily. She helped Carter recover several years later when he had hip replacement surgery at age 94 and had to learn to walk again. And she was with him earlier this year when he decided after a series of hospital stays that he would forego further medical interventions and begin end-of-life care. Jimmy Carter is the longest-lived U.S. president. Rosalynn Carter was the second longest-lived of the nation's first ladies, trailing only Bessie Truman, who died at age 97. Eleanor Rosalind Smith was born in Plains on August 18, 1927, the eldest of 4 children. Her father died when she was young, so she took on much responsibility of caring for her siblings when her mother went to work part-time. She also contributed to the family income by working after school in a beauty parlor. Her family was very poor and they worked very hard. She kept up her studies, graduating from high school as class valedictorian. She soon fell in love with the brother of one of her best friends. Jimmy and Rosalynn had known each other all of their lives. It was Jimmy's mother, Nurse Lillian Carter, who delivered baby Rosalynn, but he left for the Naval Academy in Annapolis, Maryland when she was still in high school. After a blind date, Jimmy told his mother that Rosalynn was the girl he wanted to marry. They wed in 1946, shortly after his graduation from Annapolis and Rosalynn's graduation from Georgia Southwestern College. Their sons were born where Jimmy Carter was stationed: John William, or Jack, in Portsmouth, Virginia in 1947, James Earl III, or Chip, in Honolulu in 1950, and Donnell Jeffrey, or Jeff, in New London, Connecticut in 1952. Amy was born in Plains in 1967. By then, Carter was a state senator. Navy life had provided Rosalynn her chance to see the world. When Carter's father, James Earl Sr., died in 1953, Jimmy Carter decided, without consulting his wife, to move the family back to Plains, where he took over the family farm. She joined him there in the day-to-day operations, keeping the books and weighing fertilizer trucks. At the height of Carter's political power, Lillian Carter said of her daughter-in-law that she can do anything in the world with Jimmy, and that she's the only one he listens to. From all of us at WDNN, rest in peace, Rosalynn Carter. As a Georgian and as an American, you inspired many. And on the other side of the break, Susan Ridley will present WDNN's community calendar, but first, here's your weather.
Today's weather is brought to you by Sean Wallen from Wallen Realty.
Do you have a new home project? Come to West Yellowknife. We've been providing doors, windows, flooring, and unfinished cabinets for 4 decades. We have new, unique, and exclusive items weekly at a price you can afford. Let our friendly staff assist and point you in the right direction. West Yellowknife, conveniently located right off of I-75 at 2226 Chattanooga Road, Dalton, Georgia. Come let us make the job easier and make your dream home complete.
Have you ever wanted to buy apartments before and want to learn what it's like to have multifamily income generated or have passive income? Hi, my name is Eric Azua. I'm with Keller Williams CT Capital out of Dalton, Georgia. Take a look at some of our opportunities that are available here today in Dalton. They're under construction now. You you could become the owner of one of these fine apartment buildings by January of 2024. Give us a call today for the details.
My car looks totally ruined. I don't even know what to do.
Locally owned Dalton Collision Center is the only choice when it comes to all of your auto body and refinish needs. Our experienced staff provides quality work from start to finish, will help with your claim, and even assist with getting your rental car. Everything from A to Z.
So you can focus on life, we can focus on getting you there.
Welcome back. This is Susan Ridley, and it's time for WDNN's Community Calendar. Here are some things going on around the area. On November 24th, the Downtown Dalton Development Authority and the Anderson Foundation will host the annual tree lighting celebration at Burr Performing Arts Park on Hamilton Street at 6 p.m. Come for cookies, cocoa, music, and the official lighting of the Christmas tree. Read more about this event and its history in the holiday issue of Dalton Living magazine, available both in hard copy at various locations around town and online. Next on stage at Dalton Little Theater is Shakespeare Uncorked, Another Round. This is a delightful romp through the Bard's Best. The original work, a sequel to director Ted Long's first production, Shakespeare Uncorked, comes to us in November. Ted and his talented troupe return to the historic Firehouse Theater on Penn Street with another variety show centered on excerpts from Shakespeare's works, along with musical performance and major merriment. The show features a talented cast, guaranteed to transport you as close to the Globe Theater as possible on this side of the pond. The players are William Brooks, Marquette Hambrick, Kurt Johnson, Jack Kersey, Morgan Long, Matthew Pettigo, Jonathan Pinto, Maria Rochelle, Alana Sane, Adam Stark, and Ellis Stevens, with special guests Olivia Bowen and Lauren Pye. As always, evening performances are at 7 p.m. and the Sunday matinee takes place at 2 p.m. The box opens 1/2 hour prior to curtain. Remaining performance dates are November 24th and 25th. Tickets are available at DaltonLittleTheater.com or at the door the date of the performance. Be sure to include this tasty treat on your family's Thanksgiving menu. Next, up at DLT, Here Comes Christmas, a musical variety celebration of the season, December 8th and 9th only. Tickets go on sale for that show this weekend online. The Artistic Civic Theater's presentation of the 1940s Radio Hour will be held on various dates between November 24th and December 2nd. Directed by Mac McLawhorn and held at the theater located at 907 Gaston Street in Dalton, this event is full of 1940s music, dancing, and old-time sound effects. The play portrays the final holiday broadcast of the Mutual Manhattan Variety Cavalcade on the New York radio station WOV circa 1942. Tickets go on sale November 6th. Visit artisticcivictheater.com or call 706-278-4796 for more information. The Chatsworth-Murray County Public Library has released their calendar events for the month of November, and there's something for everyone from children to teens and adults. Best of all, offerings are free of charge. Some of the opportunities include Tai Chi classes for seniors, homeschool hangout time, story time, movies, baby and toddler time, anime club, building block time, Lego days, and a career visit with a farmer, computer basics classes, adult book club, Barks and Books, teen lock-in, and Nerf war, teen book club, STEAM time, and family bingo. For dates and times, visit ngrl.org. Hosted by the Creative Arts Guild, this year's Mistletoe Market will run from noon to 7 p.m. on December 1st. On December 2nd, the market will coincide with Brookwood Elementary School's Chris Kendall Mart, held at the Guild campus. Mark your calendars for the annual Mistletoe Festival, taking place on December 2nd and running from 11 a.m. to 6 p.m. at Burr Park in Dalton. It's sure to be a day of family fun and Christmas cheer that doubles as a fundraiser for the Whitfield County Dalton Daycare Center. Enjoy performances by local schools and groups, eat yummy foods and treats, shop vendors, enjoy inflatables and face painting. Visit Santa and participate in the Mr. and Miss Mistletoe pageant. This year's organizers will be showing Disney's The Nutcracker and The Four Realms at the Wink Theater with showtimes at 1:30 p.m. and 4 p.m. Tickets are $5. For more holiday cheer, plan to see The Nutcracker December 8th through 10th and 15th through 17th. Presented by Dance Theater of Dalton and directed by Barry and Long, the annual performances will be held at the Colonnade in Ringgold and will tell the traditional Christmas time story through the talents of hundreds of dancers and artists. For more information, visit daltonartsproject.org. Get ready for the annual Downtown Dalton Christmas Parade to take place on December 14th. The theme this year is Christmas in the Movies, hosted by the Dalton Noon Lions Club. The parade is set to begin at 6 p.m. Anyone wishing to be in the parade must complete paperwork and submit payment by December 4th. For more information, visit downtowndaltonga.org. If you'd like to submit information on your event for North Georgia News Now's community calendar, send an email to info@wdnntv.com. That's it for this edition of North Georgia News Now. Be sure to visit us on Facebook, YouTube, and Instagram. Thanks for watching Local. I'm Susan Ridley, wishing you a happy Thanksgiving week and a Merry Christmas ahead.
Experience the power of the links. OptiLink streaming app VidLink, powered by its fastest internet service, GigLink. Your link to reliable remote access to healthcare. Your link to the best educational opportunities. Your link to our community's only local provider. Your link to the ultimate in entertainment choices and gaming experiences. No interruptions and faster downloads power up your life with the perfect combination of speed and entertainment. VidLink and GigLink. Upgrade today and get the power of the link.
Thank you.
Thank you, North Georgia.
Gracias, North Georgia.
We appreciate you, North Georgia.
I'm C-Mark. I'm John Moore. Like the Georgia Bulldogs, we're number one.
Thank you, North Georgia, for voting us number one 6 years in a row.
If you're hurt and want the best,
give us a call. We'll do the rest.
Did you know skin cancer is the most common cancer in the United States with over 5 million cases diagnosed each year, yet it is one of the most preventable? Hi, I'm Courtney Johnston, the physician assistant at Dalton Plastic Surgery. Did you know we offer routine skin checks in our office? Schedule your appointment with us if you have any areas of concern or if you have not had a recent skin exam. At Dalton Plastic Surgery, we offer an array of different services to help you feel and look your very best. Give us a call today.
Are you searching for your dream home? Look no further. Introducing Sean Wallen, your dedicated and trusted realtor, ready to help you find the perfect place to call home. Imagine waking up to breathtaking views, luxurious living spaces, and a neighborhood that suits your lifestyle. Sean Wallen understands that your home is your sanctuary and goes above and beyond to help you find your dream home.
Call me today at 706-609-9197 and allow me to unlock the door to your dream home.
Turn your real estate dreams into an exciting reality.
Hey guys, I'm Shane Franks and I'm here at Paniagua Auto Mall with
Francisco Paniagua.
And he's going to tell us how we can get ourselves in a good car today. How easy is it?
It's very easy. If you got credit, just come see us. If you don't have credit, come
bring 2 pay stubs, last bank statement, and the rest we can do it here.
And there's over 400 vehicles to choose from, so if you're tired of driving around in that clunker, come over here and they'll give you something you'll be proud to ride in. Thank you.
Mark 1:40. A man with leprosy came to Jesus and begged him on his knees, "If you are willing, you can make me clean." Filled with compassion, Jesus reached out his hand and touched the man. "I am willing," he said, "be clean." Immediately the leprosy left him, and he was cured. Sometimes we have not, because we ask not.
Thanks for watching. Make sure to click that subscribe button as well as bell notifications so you won't miss any new videos. Also, follow us on our social medias.
Thank you again for tuning in, and until next time, keep watching local.